Arman versus Dan Hooker just got announced.
Let's go!
He is finally fighting! Arman is finally fighting. 18 months removed, begging for a title shot, being a super annoying, privileged. You know what word I don't want to say. But this guy is now in the cage, and you know what? Respect. I was hating on him, but if he wins, title shot immediately. Give him Ilya.
The UFC lightweight division stalemate is finally over. Oh my gosh.
Well, somewhat.
Somewhat for two guys
Yeah.
out of, the top 10.
Yeah.
But anyways, finally, the stalemate is over for Arman. For his first fight back since UFC 300, where he barely squeaked out a decision, a split decision over Charles Oliveira.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think I've seen a couple people talk about Arman versus Hooker. They're acting like it's not even close. I actually think it's going to be a lot closer than most people think.
Mm-hmm.
I think Hooker is a completely different fighter than who we saw get slept by Michael Chandler in 2021. I think in these past 4 years, I honestly forgot about him. And Danny, about 6 months ago, comes to me and says, what do you think about, or maybe not 6, maybe 3 months ago, and he comes to me, what do you think about Dan Hooker, being in a title contention?
He was a casual before.
It's not a casual 3 months ago, but I didn't.
No. They're gonna flame you for this because
Allow me to speak. Dan Hooker was someone that, after seeing what Chandler did to him in 2020, let me fucking speak.
They're gonna call you casual immediately.
Call me a fucking casual. Oh my gosh, we're gonna get like 8 views anyways, so no one's gonna call me a casual.
Someone call him a casual. One person.
As I was saying, Dan Hooker was someone that even after he got a few wins, I never put him in the title picture because my thought was, well, he's still behind Gaethje, he's still behind Arman, he's still behind Charles. We saw what happened to Charles. And you know what? Just based off of star power, I was putting him behind Patty. Just because it's a business, right? UFC wants to make a bunch of money, and who sells more tickets? Who sells more pay-per-views, right? Mm-hmm. I think it's an obvious answer. So I wasn't being a casual. I saw his fights. I saw his improvement. But I still didn't give him the credit he deserved. And Danny and I talked about it a bit.
What do you mean? He beat Gamrot, who was 5 in the division, 5 in the weight class.
Can I not fucking speak?
He was 5 in the weight class. How do you not know about Dan Hooker beating Gamrot?
I said I knew about it, but I didn't give him the credit he deserved. What is it? What do you hear from this? I said I knew about it.
You didn't know that he fought Gamrot.
I knew he fought him, and I just didn't give him the credit he deserved. I shrugged it off because in my mind, because I didn't really care. I had other shit on my mind.
I don't. This is my life.
Dan Hooker's resurgence and his return to the top of the sport is incredible. And this fight is closer than... I haven't seen anyone talk about it like it's close online.
Really?
I watched a video today that was basically saying it's going to be fucking over in one round and Arman it can do whatever he wants to him. I disagree with that. I think Dan Hooker actually has a chance in this fight.
I do too.
I think Dan Hooker is dangerous, and he's more dangerous than anyone that I've seen has given him credit for. Maybe Danny has seen some other guys. Danny lives on MMA YouTube more than I do.
I do.
I haven't seen anyone give Hooker a chance, but I've only watched 2 videos on it. Danny's probably watched 30.
They probably didn't. I know.
Yeah.
I can already know. Yeah.
I'm tired of holding this mic because I've just been getting fucking argued with. But I think Dan Hooker has a chance to win.
I do too.
Just take the fucking mic.
Dan Hooker versus Arman. This is actually a really good fight. I was hoping for Arman and Patty. I think it would have been a funner fight for the division. It would have really solidified.
I actually would have picked Patty in that.
I wouldn't have. I would have picked Arman still. But it's a different fight.
Patty's funky, I think.
It's a different fight. This is, I think Arman is the favorite, but I think Hooker is dangerous. He's always dangerous, and I like the new style he's revamped. If you've watched him recently in his new fight, I think it was Jalen Turner in that fight when he was getting bullied for 1.5 rounds, and he got head kicked and almost finished in that fight in the second round. And he came back and started walking Jalen down like a zombie from hell. He just got head kicked. It sounded like this. That head kick that landed on him. Oh my God. It was the cleanest sounding head kick ever. He's wobbling. I think it broke his skull, like it fractured his skull.
Oh my goodness. Just a scratch.
He starts walking Jalen down like a zombie, like this, and just intimidating his will, throwing while getting hit. He doesn't care. He's a zombie. He starts implementing his will on him. That Dan Hooker was emerged from that head kick that landed on him, because he then did it to Gamrot right after. He did the same thing. He walked him down like a zombie, getting taken down, getting back up, walking him down, stuffing a takedown, getting knocked down, getting up, walking him down, and landing shots, knocking Gamrot down. And he won it by a split decision against one of the best wrestlers in the sport. This is a dangerous fight, and this is a different Dan Hooker than I've ever seen. The old Dan Hooker we used to know, at range, kicking, leg kicking, knees, front kicks, jabs. This Dan Hooker is an animal. He just walks you down and fights you like it's a war, like it's just a scrap. It's a street fight, and that is dangerous to Arman because he's not a clean striker. And if he can't really hold him down or submit him, I see Hooker breaking him on the feet. I could totally see that. Hooker's a maniac, man. Have you heard him speak and talk about? He's a maniac. In the third round,
He even has new
in the third round with Gamrot, he's like bleeding from, he's a cut like this big on his forehead, and they're just scrapping, and he's like laughing out loud like he's the Joker, and he's like, I love it. I love this
I saw his
shit.
hair turn pink
Yeah.
because he had so much blood.
That was from the Turner fight, from the head kick.
Yeah.
So, and then in the Gamrot fight, you see him laughing like a lunatic. He lives for this. There's something different about him now, and he's actually almost, this is what we've talked about before. I think Hooker found his identity in MMA and in fighting. How Ilya found his identity in building his whole game in boxing around his power hand. Hooker has built his whole striking foundation to his lunatic mentality. And I think now it's all coming together. This is a really dangerous Dan Hooker we're seeing. And if you can't KO him, which I don't think people will.
Yeah.
I think the only person that will be like Ilya because of the power, because he
And would
can.
put him out.
Yeah.
Because you can't.
But he would
KO
give
him.
Ilya problems because he would
He
just
would.
walk him down and land until he gets put out cold. But I think he can be like he's like a nightmare for people to fight. It's a scary fight. Like, honestly, if you're a fighter and you're like, shoot, this guy's not even scary as a matchup. It's just like, dude, this is scary, just like life-threatening fucking guy in front of me, you know? So I think if there is a chance, I could totally see this, Gamrot out-wrestled Arman. He beat them. Did we not? He beat Arman. He beat him by robbery because of the shots Arman landed, but he out-grappled Arman. So he's a better grappler than Arman. Right? Let's say not grappler. He's a better wrestler than Arman. He took Arman down more and stuffed more takedowns from Arman. So if Hooker can stuff Gamrot's takedowns, I think Hooker can stuff Arman's takedowns. I think it's MMA math. I think he can. And I think the Hooker that fought Islam is not the same guy anymore. It's been years. I think he's been revamping his takedown defense and his grappling. I think he's building his whole game around this lunatic striking that he's come into. This walking people down like an absolute maniac and just trading with them. And I think this Hooker is actually could be a champion in this weight class. Could be if Ilya moves up, vacates, because he probably will soon. I don't think he'll be around forever. I think he can give Holloway problems, Volk problems. He can give lots of people in this division problems.
I'm curious to see what you guys have to say about this matchup. Are you excited for it? What do you think the implications are for the division based on who wins? Does the winner get an automatic title shot? What do you guys think?
Yeah.
No, I'm asking them, Danny. Yeah. I'm asking them, Danny. We've already discussed.
I'm answering for you. Because if you guys say no...
Yeah, I mean, the winner should get an automatic title shot.
Who are you going to give it to, Gaethje? I'm picking Arman. I'm leaning towards Arman. You know what? No. Screw it. Because this will be huge if I get this right. I think Hooker will win by either UD. I don't know if it's 3 or 5. Did you see? I'll check after this video. It's a fight night?
I think, yeah.
If it's a fight night, if it's a fight night,
Qatar.
if it's a fight night, I got Hooker finishing him. Round 4. He will overwhelm Arman and break him on the feet because he's a lunatic, and he will do it. I could see Arman taking him down, ground and pounding him to a KO too. or submitting him. I could see it. But if it's on the feet, I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Hooker's going to overwhelm him. He's going to finish him. I'm going for
Wow. Wow. All right, on that note, Dana, fly us out. We're done. All right, just let us know who you think wins. Are you excited for the fight? And does the winner get an automatic title shot? The answer is yes.